Joining me now for more is RNC Chairman Michael Whatley. Mr. Chairman, great to have you on this morning. What have you heard ahead of these hearings? What can we expect in these hearings? And do you think that all of Donald Trump's nominees are confirmed?
I do think that Donald Trump's nominees are going to get confirmed because they represent the agenda that he ran on. Throughout the course of his campaign, Donald Trump repeatedly pledged to restore the southern border, rebuild our economy, and make sure that America is strong enough to protect our interests and our allies around the world. Pete Hegseth represents exactly that ethos. He is going to be a fighter for our fighters. He's going to be a new generation of leadership that is sorely needed at the Pentagon. And I think that the hearings are certainly, the Democrats are going to come loaded for bear, but they're going to go well. And I fully expect that Pete is going to be confirmed as our next Secretary of Defense.
I do want to ask you about the Jack Smith report that was released. So Donald Trump saying in part, quote, deranged Jack Smith was unable to successfully prosecute the political opponent of his boss, crooked Joe Biden. So he ends up writing yet another report. And we just spoke with Congressman Tom Tiffany earlier in this hour, and he said Smith can resign, but he can't hide, adding that accountability is coming. Will those who sought to essentially get Donald Trump ever be held accountable?
They need to be held accountable. The fact is that Joe Biden and his team weaponized the judiciary system. They use civil courts, they use criminal courts, they use federal courts, they use state courts to go after Donald Trump and his allies in a way that has never been done before. It needs to never be done again. And if people violated the law, if they violated the rules that govern the Department of Justice, they need to be held accountable. I think that America is ready for Pam Bondi and Kash Patel and a new generation of leadership at the FBI to end this weaponization of the judicial system and make sure that they are fighting for Americans instead of fighting against political opponents like Donald Trump.
And speaking of Pam Bondi, I know her confirmation hearing is set for tomorrow. So I do want to pivot to the inauguration. I know you can't divulge all of the secrets regarding all of what we can expect on January 20th, but can you give us a little sneak peek about what we can expect as far as the musical guests go? I know we're hearing Carrie Underwood, the Village People, Lee Greenwood, they're all set to perform, but is there anything else that you can share?
This is going to be a celebration. I think it's a celebration of America. It's a celebration for America. We are entering a new generation of leadership for America, and America sorely needs it. When we look back over the last 4 years, it's been a tough 4 years for this country, and Donald Trump really, truly is going to lead America forward into a new era. And this celebration that we're going to have on Monday is truly going to launch that off. And so the music will be great. The parades will be great. But what is really important is after he walks up Pennsylvania Avenue, Donald Trump is going to get back in the Oval Office. He's going to roll up his sleeves, and he's going to get to work right there on day one for the American people.
What differences have you noticed in Trump's transition to the White House this time versus when he took office back in 2017?
Well, I think that everybody understands this is it. This is the last time that Donald Trump is going to be on the ticket. This is the last time he's going to get a chance to go in on January 20th and get to work. And everybody understands how important, how critical day one and the first 100 days are going to be for us to get this agenda done. We don't have a lot of time. There's a lot of urgency right now, which is why Donald Trump has picked the best team that he could possibly pick to be able to implement his agenda, and they are all ready to hit the ground running on day one.
Yeah, so you talk about day one, and it was reported this week that President Trump already has more than 100 executive orders in place to sign on day one. What can we expect to see from some of those executive orders?
Well, the first two things that he's going to do, which he has repeatedly talked about throughout the course of this campaign, are unleash American energy to bring down prices for American families, and then he's going to secure the southern border. So those will be the first two big blocks that he's going to be moving on. We're also going to be working with Congress to move forward on the parts of the agenda that we have to move there. But it really does go back to basics. Restore the southern border, rebuild the economy, keep our communities safe, and make America strong.
Chairman Michael Whatley, thank you so much for waking up early and joining me this morning. Appreciate it.
Yes, ma'am. Have a great day.
You too.
Information. Truth is freedom. Is Newsmax. It's real news for real people.